just holding on to poison that's killing you slowly. It doesn't take hours, it takes months, years, and it piles up because now you have daily stress, certain situations that trigger your emotions, that trigger your mood, that just makes the negative even worse. You're already going through a bad day, and then you think about your trauma, your hurt, and then you think about all the negative things that you are being affected with on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly, and it's just recurring and it's building up, and that's just causing people to be so evil. I don't even know if that's the word, twisted. And a lot of people don't talk, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a therapist or I have all the answers or I can give you advice, but I realize, bro, it's really important to talk. It's really important to be able to voice out what you're feeling. Now, I don't know if I'm the person who's gonna be able to hear you out, give you the advice, tell you what you're doing is right or wrong, but if you can find a way to voice out what you feel inside, I think you're gonna feel a whole lot better because you're now lifting a very heavy and stinky and toxic and very negative burden off yourself. You need to let that go. I swear to God, bro, you are holding on to something that's just hurting you, and you need to let it go. You need to release, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through reading, whether it's through some form of exercise, conversations, therapy. Like I said, I don't know this. I don't believe I am an expert or a professional, but a lot of people need therapy. Me too, even. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I see a lot of people out in real life, in reality, throughout my day-to-day interactions with people, and I'm like, damn, bro, you need to talk to somebody. You need to let what's on your chest go. Like, you need to let that. I've realized, bro, like, some people will just be crashing out on the random. Some people are just violent on the random. Some people are just aggressive on the random. They just sour on the random. And it's like, yo, what's going on? Like, unprovoked. And I realized, like, bro, some people are going through it. Depression, anxiety, anger management. I don't know what it is, but just a lot of things that is making your mental and your whole like personality, your whole self-image, it's just conflicting inside, you know. It's like a whole lot of mumbo jumbo. I don't even know how to explain. There's a lot going on in individuals which really just, I think it gives them the worst version of themselves towards others. Like when they express themselves towards others, it's in the most crooked, in the most unexplainable, in the most confusing, in the most whack way ever. And it's so sad. It's so sad because these people they're not able to clear their mind, bro. So clouded, and then they got the challenges of life, you know, work, school, family, ambition, goals, realizing that you're failing, realizing that you're not where you want to be, and having these thoughts of like, oh, the world is against me and everybody is just doing way better than me, and comparing yourself and just, bro, yo, man, you think about all these things and you realize that, man, if I can just find a way to be able to express what's on my mind, and especially in a clear way, because I feel like a lot of people, they're not even given the chance, or they don't learn how to articulate their mind. They don't learn to articulate their opinions, their feelings. They just have them and they just going throughout life with them, but they have zero training. They have zero understanding. They have zero experience on how to kind of like maneuver through them, like how to handle those feelings, how to understand what you're going through, and what position you need to put yourself to be much more clear-minded. And it's so sad, bro. We just have some barely functioning human beings roaming around the world, bro, interacting with other strangers in a very odd and weird and intense and aggressive way. Damn. Like, think about it on a daily, on a regular, like, just a random stranger doesn't have that type of humanity. I don't know, maybe I'm just being very narrow-minded, or I'm being very close-sighted about it, but a lot of people just have that negativity. They just have that tension, that aggressiveness, that off-putting energy with. It's just odd, and it's so sad, bro, because people are constantly put to struggle in a state of survival, where they literally are just trying their best to understand themselves and also deal with the challenges around them. Like, bro, it's so scary to be in a situation or an environment where you don't know what can happen, and you don't even understand yourself, and you don't even understand your best ability to deal with the situation. You know, like, you're a very confused person and you are not given the time to process what the hell is going on, who the hell you are, what you want to do, and then there's a whole world happening around you which does not give you the time to focus on you, to process yourself. And damn, bro, when you think about all that, just compiling into a single human being, it really is messed up, bro. It really is messed up, because you're a messed up individual in a messed up world that does not give you time to learn one another. You can't learn yourself, and you don't have time to learn the world. You have to figure out how you're going to succeed. You're going to figure out how to support your family, and you don't know how to deal with your feelings. You don't know how to speak. You don't know who to be vulnerable with. Damn. Yeah, we need therapy. I think a lot of people need to get into that normalization. Express ourselves. We need to teach others. Make the environment where people can be able to express themselves. Because we're going to explode, or we're going to murder one another, or we're going to, I don't know, we're just going to end it all, bro. Everything's going to peak. And I mean, all the negative things are going to peak. Abuse is going to peak. Suicide is going to peak. Just non-stop crazy violence. It's just going to peak, because a hardly functioning human being trying to navigate their way through life. And they're not doing the best because they don't know how. They don't know how, bro. Other than that, God bless. Have a nice life, and I'll see you when I see you.